Welcome to episode 5. I'm John Marshall. This is Crushing It, where we celebrate ordinary people doing extraordinary things. My guest today is Sandhya from Inward Focus in India, and we talked to her earlier today about how her and her company did some extraordinary things in these extraordinary times.
Good morning, Sandhya. Welcome.
Good morning, John.
How are you this morning?
Oh,
Well, I guess
wonderful,
it's this
wonderful.
afternoon. It's actually this afternoon for you. Well,
It's like four in the afternoon.
it's fabulous to have you here. I'm so glad you've agreed to come on. And you've had quite a journey over the last 10 months since the pandemic's hit. And it's a fabulous story. So why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, I would start somewhere in March because that's when the pandemic hit us in India. This was about the end of March, and then, end of March, last week of March, we went into a lockdown, which continued for quite some time. And well, initially, I would say, John, that it was, yes, anxiety, yes, a little worry that what's going to happen, what is this all about? But I loved the fact that everyone was home, the whole family was home, and we just enjoyed those moments together, cooking together, just sitting around, watching TV together, which we hadn't done in a long, long time. So that was the beginning of the pandemic
And
for
then
us.
things shifted, didn't they? That wonderful time moved into something different for a bit.
That wonderful time, I would say, to a large extent, continued on the family side and the spiritual practice side. But the fact that I had put a lot of stuff on the back burner with respect to work. And that was something that was not sitting very well with me. And what happened was that I planned some projects, some programs, some coaching programs, creating some communities and things like that, which wasn't really taking shape at that time because a lot of things started happening. Everyone said it wouldn't work at that time, so that wasn't on the back burner. But yes, then to answer your question, I would say it took me 2 weeks to just jump back into work. It was a
Mhm.
complete restart, refocus, and do something new.
And that newness led you into some pretty interesting programs that you started putting on.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, the trigger was a couple of conversations with friends, with family, and I mean, everyone was just connected through the phone, right? And people were dealing with it in different ways. There were people who were anxious, people who just didn't know what to do. They were, different members of the family in different parts of the world. There's a lot people were dealing with. And based on all of that, I just decided, let me go out, talk to people. And that's what led to some webinars on anxiety to conscious choice. And we did, took them from anxiety to gratitude, to optimism, to motivation to do something new, and innovation in a new kind of environment.
And it was really that component of gratitude you were sharing that was having a real impact on the people that you were engaged with.
Yes, yes, it's amazing how during the webinar and after that, people spoke about the million things that they could be grateful for in spite of their situation. So that led to some little bit of change in the mindset, I would say. And then they were willing to innovate, think differently, do stuff in a different manner. And yes, those webinars were a success, I would say.
And I love that because most people during this time weren't having those celebrations. They weren't having that success, that joy. and that passion going forward. And this then let a dream of yours come true. And that's what we want to spend the most of our time talking about right now is it allowed you to get to, I'll let you announce it, not me. So where'd you end up?
Yeah, true. So around February, we'd done it's been a long standing dream of mine to create a community for women, a global community. And the idea behind that was to get all of these ladies together and get into action about changing their lives. It's not about just talking about it, right? And we had started work around Women's Day for Sapphire, that's what we call it. And when I say we, I have a wonderful coach who works with me on these webinars and on Sapphire. She's a happiness coach, brings a lot of happiness to everyone. So we kind of put that on the back burner. And then sometime last week, yes, that was this last Saturday, we launched Sapphire on Facebook. It's a community, it's a group of women from all over the world. And the idea is to just engage. And, John, why Sapphire? Sapphire has some qualities, and I won't get into that right now, but the vision is to create a Sapphire-like presence for women all over the world, where they are empowered, where they understand their self-worth.
So you've had Sapphire. I remember seeing the post go up and I texted you and congratulated you on that. But from nobody being there the moment I saw it to today, it's just exploded, hasn't it?
Yeah, true. We have over 100 people there. 100 ladies,
Fantastic.
over 100 ladies, and people are joining every day. I'm just loving it. In fact, I would say it's overwhelming. It's like I really don't know what to say. It's a dream come true, and I just hope I can work on that dream. Do stuff that is what I've planned to do.
And this, I love that. It's a dream come true. Most people are watching their dreams go down the toilet. They're being locked down, shut down. Think, oh my gosh, when are we going to go back to the way it was? And yet, the people that we bring on to crushing it are celebrating the fact that they saw opportunity in this transformation time, that they took action and moved forward. And that is just so fantastic. And this is the essence of what this is about. So how do people find Sapphire? Where are we sending everybody to come join all the women around the world that you need to get to where you are? How do we get them there?
It's a women's group on Facebook. There's a link that gets people to join Sapphire. I could share that with you. I could send that to you.
Yeah, actually, if you know it, just to say it, please do. Text it to me after we finish, and I'll make sure it's part of our posting when it goes up, so everybody can get there. That's our point. We want to put the light on Sapphire today.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, John. This is a group called Sapphire by Sandhya Mathur.
Fantastic.
And the logo is a blue sapphire.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, Sandhya, thank you so much for coming on this morning. I appreciate you this afternoon. I appreciate you taking time out of your very busy schedule, because I know yours is as crazy as mine is. And we'll be talking real soon. And I look forward to having you come back on maybe before we hit the holiday season. And you can tell us from 100 to what, 100,000? 1 million people you can touch and start changing lives.
Yes,
All right.
Absolutely.
Have a great day.
John.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
So once again, that was Sandhya Mathur of Inward Focus with their new product, Sapphire. I encourage you to go on Facebook and check it out under Sapphire. I'm John Marshall. This has been Crushing It. We'll see you next time.